know what the everything. Oh, yeah, do this way. You know, do you know? Do you know? Well, I was going to make a joke about Beyonce. Get it? Yeah, fiance. Yeah, but I'm not because I forgot the joke. So fuck Beyonce. How about that? Her and her big ass trotting around like she's some kind of happy little pony, little tail flying around. Anyway, so my fiance said, when Kevin's awake, his brain, not my mouth, I can't do what Guy Shea does. I can't move that fast. But his brain is working. The motherfucker cannot function if he's not reading something or thinking about a problem to work on. And I think she's right. What does that come from? Is it boredom? Is it nervousness about what I might run into if I decided to be quiet for a moment and settle with my own thoughts? What might haunt me? What ghost might creep up? Is that what it is? Well, let me tell you, whatever it is, I'm thankful for it because it's made me wiser, because I read everything. If it's in Yiddish, I'll try to read that shit. I won't know what it says, but I'll try to guess from like surrounding context if I can, from like the pictures. And I'd be like, oh, cracking, krogen, logan, fliegen, fluck you in. Shit like that, yeah. Speaking of beer, yeah. Forget the salt, Aaron, switch to beer. They're getting crazy in the chat room, and I'll tell you something. Alex Jones makes 2,000 guesses per week. If I bet sports like that, I wouldn't win at least 4 games. I'll bet you would, guy. I like his show. He doesn't predict anything. Well, if you're entertained by his show, Aaron, I don't discourage you from that. As long as you're seeing him for what he is. He's an entertainer. He's not a prophet. And if you don't mind him scaring the shit out of people to make his money, sure, get behind him. Buy a T-shirt that says Alex Jones. You know, I walked into a bathroom in Northern Virginia, and on the urinal in the chrome was etched. Somebody used an etcher to etch Rush is right. Now, how powerful do you have to be, or how much of a sheep do you have to be on the other end, to be so convinced that someone's right that you bother to etch it into the chrome of a urinal? You know, you're going in, you're the average person. If you're me, I'm thinking I gotta pee. I gotta pee and then I got shit to do. No, hold on a minute. Hold on, I got 5 minutes. Give me the battery-powered etcher real quick. We're going to show people that come in here to take a piss that Rush is right. Rush is right. Rush is wrong just as much as everybody else and more than some. I'll tell you that. Lying. The media lies to you. They don't always lie. Some of them are very careful to just stretch the truth. But they're stretching it kind of like, I don't know, like Jay-Z's lips. I mean, have you seen his lips? That motherfucker, I've never seen lips that big. I swear to God, he's got the lips of like 6 dudes. I think he got surgery. I think he got surgery and said, take all the fat out of Beyonce's ass and put it right in my face. My God, if he lays down, it's going to look like Twin Peaks. I've never seen lips that big. How does he sleep? I mean, all that extra weight, it's going to hurt his upper back when he gets older. They go, oh, no. Remember Bubba from Forrest Gump? Remember that? He had a special mouthpiece, that actor, who's a very talented actor, by the way, had a special mouthpiece made to make his jaw jut out. Jay-Z doesn't need that. He's got 16-pound lips. Jesus Christ. I mean, his lips are like... I can't even think of anything that shape that's that big, except for maybe a whore's twat or something. You know, one of them puffed up ones. They use them sucker machines now. Have you seen those? They look at a vacuum pump and they pull them out. Next thing you know, the girl's got, well, Jay-Z lips between her legs. Oh no, what is that? What happened? Oh, they're just plump and juicy. On the girl, sure, but not on a guy's face. God bless him. Can't you get a lip reduction? I would get a lip reduction. Take that shit out of there. I mean, fuck that. Look how big his lips are. They've got... If he laid his head on a scale, most heads weigh what? I don't know, 7 pounds? His would weigh like 16 pounds. Just from the lips. I've never seen lips that big on anything. I've never seen lips that big on a hippopotamus, on a giraffe, on a horse. They're bigger than horse lips. Jesus Christ. I've never seen lips that big in my life anywhere. And I've seen some pretty fucked up cartoons, and still not that big. Vladimir Putin is a punk-ass bitch. And usually when I say his name, he shows up in the chat, by the way. And I'm serious. Somebody called Vladimir Putin with his picture shows up in chat almost every time I say it. It's probably Barco ducking out and coming back in as him, which would be timely. I mean, that's good comedy. But I'd say it to his face, too. You wrestle a bear, good for you. You're still a punk-ass bitch that wishes he was still in the old KGB. Old guard needs the drama. Remember, he operated on intimidation for many years before he got into real politics. You had to be scared of him. That was his daily travel. It was kind of like being a mob boss. Well, it was just like being a mob boss. Now, he's the boss of the mob boss. So he can't go scare people all the time, but he can. But he can't scare people like me because I can see right through his fucking little childish behavior. You know, Mary, you better not do that, USA. But it will crush you. You will crush nothing. You will crush nothing. You will crush this economic sanction that we're about to drop upon your ass. That's what you will crush. Crush that between your teeth. Chew on that for a while. How's that feeling? Yeah, it's hurting, isn't it, bitch? Well, you should have used lube. I warned you. Fuck with America, you get the horns. And maybe that's the way I should title my whole living philosophy about America. You fuck with America, you get the fucking horns. That's what you're going to get. Ask any country who's fucked with us in the past. Ask them. How'd that work out for you? Did you kick that American ass? Yeah? No? Oh, you want to talk about Vietnam? Just because Goofy Bones' wife did most of the fighting, I hear she's got 8 arms. So, of course. I mean, she could hold 4 machine guns and play with all 4 of her tits. So, I mean, yeah, she's going to put a hurting on us. We lost 65,000 in Vietnam. I think probably 60,000 to her. That's cool. That's fine. If that's, you know, she was talented. What are you going to do? You got a talented warrior there with 8 arms. And she was playing with her octopussy, I guess. I don't know. Don't you work out, Aaron? I know Andrew does. You A guys, I know so many A guys on Spreaker. I don't get it. Vanna, can I get a fucking consonant over here? Because Andrew, Aaron, Apocalypse, who else? I was thinking of I don't know, other people too. Andrew, Aaron, Apocalypse. Yeah. Well, the thing about Putin is he has resources. See, he's not going to do anything to you, but he can make a call. And you know in Russia, everything's bugged. The fucking people for the Olympics had their rooms bugged. It's ridiculous. There's no freedom over there. Do you know, did anybody see the documentary? Because I watch every documentary, even if it's a shitty one. Documentary about Russian politics. So they kind of did this on the DL, if you will. That's the down low for you old people. Barco, come on, man. You're fucking up my chat, man. Why are you doing that? Are you drunk, Barco? See, Barco made a donation to this show, so now he's got a special seat, and I can't fuck with him too hard. You know, I owe him. If he pisses you guys off too much and you vote for an ejection, I will have to remove him from the chat room, but he'll be back with a different name. I don't want to do that, Barco. Stop fucking up my chat. You're not an impossible guy to like, Barco. I know you think you are, but, you know, if I would have listened to what Debbie Daly had to say about Guy Shea, I would have never listened to his show. And I find his show pretty much the most entertaining show on Spreaker. You know, Apocalypse has got a good show. Chris has got a good show. My show isn't always suck dick, even though it's usually in the suck category. Come on, man. Don't make me do it. I know you're likable if you just act likable, but you're going to chase all my people off, man. Damn you, Barco. USSR wants all that real estate back free. I think that is Pimp Hat, not Barco. Is it? See, that making me... And that's another thing I don't like, if that's you, Pimp Hat, is impersonation. And I have a serious personal problem with impersonators, because my ex-whore would pretend to be my daughter just to fuck with me. And so that's another thing. Let's see what I missed here. Barco, no spamming. BBC's documentaries on Putin and JFK. BBC News is propaganda. You think BBC News is propaganda? Was that a joke, Aaron? Because I find them one of the most reliable news sources there is for not being biased, at least about America. I don't know. Maybe maybe we're on a different page here with the way we look at media. So anyway, Ebola isn't really a threat, but your paranoia is. It is. That's what I'm reading. Ebola isn't really a threat to America, but your paranoia probably is. This is from Joel Anderson from a site called equities.com. I don't know their angle. I don't know if that's a financial thing or something else, but I'm going to read you the bullet points, the topics of these paragraphs. Ebola does not represent a threat to Americans and probably never will. That's number one. Number two, perception of risk versus reality and how that ends up screwing us. Number three, we need to confront real issues, not just scary ones. Amen. Number four, nuclear power could be everyone's friend. That's right. That's a perfect example of the media scaring the shit out of you. When you look at the statistical chance of nuclear power gone wrong, you have a Fukushima here and a 3 Mile Island there. Count it up. Count up the disasters. Count up what it cost versus what it saved. You start to get a different picture. Other diseases, number four, are way worse than Ebola, and they are. And they are. Letting your imagination run wild is one thing, but bring it back to earth afterwards. Yes, I'm down with this article all the way. And I've skimmed it, but I'm going to read the whole thing after. But I'm sharing this in the chat room. It's that important. It is that important. Hi, Paul Dembski. You're coming in late, bro. But that's okay. I missed your show today because you didn't advertise it till after it was done. Yeah, okay. So I shared that link in the chat room. I'm also going to share that on the Facebook page. For those of you that missed it, listen to the earlier part of the show. If you're listening to this later on iHeart, thank you for listening, but I'd like you to come join in on the chat and get active in the live broadcast. So you can do that at Spreaker, Spreaker.com/user, because I am a user, /TruthOnTap. The Facebook.com page is Facebook.com/TruthOnTapShow. Don't forget the show TOTS is an easy way to remember it. And that's what we're doing, really, taking care of TOTS. That's all we are, humans. Think about it. So, Guy mentioned earlier something about a time scale, and he was correct. And it's something I mentioned maybe 3 episodes ago, that I see the world, and I think all of us should, at least occasionally, to vary your perspective, see the world on the fast time scale. See the world in the history of the universe, and then our little fraction of a blip that humans have been on Earth. And if that's a fraction of a blip, then how long ago were we putting people into ovens, as Guy said? How long ago did we own black slaves and beat them? How long ago? Wasn't even a blip. You have a blip, and then you have a blip, a blip. It's not even that. It's a bah. You don't even have, it can't even get from the B to the L. It's just the beginning of the B on the blip. We were just doing that. We were just doing that functionally yesterday. 2 days ago, we were stepping off of cliffs to get away from saber-toothed tigers. 3 days ago, we weren't even smart enough to run from the fucking saber-toothed tiger. We tried to pet it. Okay? This is the change that's going on. That's all happened in a functional universal week. Okay? Time has to be very compressed if you're seeing it accurately on the universal scale. We've been here for a blip. We're stupid. We're stupid. I'm sorry, we are. We think we're God's gift, don't we? But if you compare what we know to total universal knowledge available, we're still under the 1% mark. Guaranteed. So maybe we shouldn't take our intelligence so seriously. We are babes in the woods, and we prove it